Reek, young Reek. We are live in the building in the flesh. First of all, I ain't even said nothing about that. You know that's my favorite color on your head right now. That
Shit, my favorite color.
go ahead and
Sky
ship
blue,
that to
light
me,
blue.
twin. Ship that to me. I really go. I really put in work with that beanie. You know what I'm saying? I got some fits that I really spaz out. But you got the dunks over there. I remember seeing the dunks. Um,
Yep, yep.
Let me ring this bell. I feel like it's been a while. Hold on. So up in that ring, man. We live in the flesh. Restless wrestling. A lot went down. Honestly, I feel like a lot didn't go down, but a lot went down at the same time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was kind of a weird week. Um, but how you feeling before we get into all that?
Feeling good, man. I can't complain. It's been a cold week, but it's been a good week. Uh, yeah, Unrivaled started last night. Shout out Fee.
I saw
Uh,
Angel Reese talking that cash.
she was talking crazy. Sky was talking crazy. Jewel was talking crazy. Like I was like, bro, they was having fun. They was doing their little TikToks and all that. So like setting it up. As soon as the ball tipped off, they was like, yeah, I'm not rocking with none of y'all on the other side. And I was like, this is what we need right here. Like you just
Yeah,
need like the top players to be going at each other and just like, yeah, we cool off the court. We're gonna be cool when we see each other in this little bubble that we in. But once that once that ball gets tipped up,
it's cool. I mean, it sounded like
don't
what
even look
Lamar
at me like
Jackson
we
was pretty
cool.
much saying the other day. Um, Shout out Lamar Jackson, of course, but he was saying how he cool, like he don't work out with no quarterbacks in the off season.
Hmm.
He don't do none of that. He was like, man, we competing. He was like, man, when we older, well, yeah, we'll look back and laugh like when we retired, but while we
Hmm.
playing, nah. He's like, ain't no, it ain't no
Hell no.
hatred. It's just
Right.
competition.
Just
So
not doing that.
yeah,
Because
I
then
like
somebody
your
can be
right.
like, hey, he took this little step forward because I helped him with this. It's like how Giannis was at the beginning of his career. Like when he became a superstar, it was like, oh, you don't work out with like Bron, KD. He was like, no.
Well,
I think he
but
worked out with them like maybe last summer. But up until that point, he had only worked out with like Kobe. Like that was like he'd work out with like past players, but he wouldn't work out with players that were
Kobe,
currently in
he
the
worked
league.
out with Steve Nash.
Yeah.
I remember when he worked out with Steve Nash. I was like, ooh, okay, he might learn how to shoot a little bit, but
Like, oh, he teach
that
him
I'm
how to
pretty sure that
pass.
season, that season, he ain't learned how to shoot. He until he played the Lakers, he drilled what 3 threes. I was pissed. Bro. I said, man, all right, man.
Yeah.
It's all right, bro. But Steve Nash, I feel like people don't realize where Steve Nash was low key. He low key had that Jimmy on him.
Bruh. I loved his jump shot. I tried to model my jump shot after his. Like
That
he
shit was
didn't
cool.
jump high. It was straight up, straight down, like same way every time. Free throws, same way. I shoot like his free throw style, but I use Richard Hamilton's like routine. People I only one person has ever noticed and said something. I was in the gym one day and I did it. And it's like, bro, is that the Rip Hamilton? I said, yes, it is.
Everybody know my free throw routine. My shit is the Kobe. That shit hard. I always, but even before, I mean, not even before Kobe, because obviously Kobe was balling way before me. But I feel like I gotta spin the ball, and I feel like I always gotta wipe my hands. Every time I wipe
Mm,
my hands on the free throw line, and then I shoot it up. But
I did do that a few times. I was like wearing my jersey before, but
spin that
I
hoe.
just did the three dribbles, one to the right. Blah. Like
I think the
I
worst
don't
free
know. I
throw
saw
routine was KD.
Rip Hamilton do it, and was like, oh, I like that. I don't know why though.
It's just stuff you pick up on when you younger. I feel like that you feel like
Yeah,
could boost your game, and you just never leave. So
yeah, for sure.
I like that. I like that.
Because I used to stand like D Wade, because D Wade was stand like 1 foot in front of the other.
Yeah, that
But
was.
I was like, that shit throw me
I
off.
remember seeing that on 2K, and I used to be like, "Why he
Yeah,
stand like that?" I was like, "Bro,"
yeah,
and that's how KD. You remember KD was like sideways. I'm like, why
yeah,
does he
yeah.
stand
He's
like that?
like, ugh, like
It don't feel
that shit
right.
hurt just doing it.
It don't feel right. It don't look right. It don't none of that. It's raining in North Carolina today. I mean, very fitting.
Shit,
What's it looking like over there?
snow.
Still?
It's not snowing right now, bro. It snowed 2 weeks ago. That snow is still on the ground. That's how cold it's been the last 2 weeks. And then we had like
Mm,
flurries yesterday. We had flurries last Saturday. We had flurries yesterday, but none of it stuck. And then we are supposed to get 3 to 4 inches tomorrow. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are all under 20 degrees. It's like 18,
how
17,
y'all even go to work, bro?
14.
It's got to be nothing but
That
ice
shit
outside.
is the crazy part, bro. They do not call up. Like we got one of the Mondays off because it literally was snowing nonstop that day. But the rest of the days we still had to go in. Yeah, they don't be yeah. But yeah, man, it's just cold. That's it.
That's
Everything
it.
else good. It's just
Yeah,
cold. It's just cold as hell.
cold
How
as
about you,
hell.
gang?
That boy had to that boy be running inside. Oh god, I be
Man,
doing that
what?
too. I be doing that too. It be cold. Running inside, getting in that hole. I'm good, bro. I'm straight. A lot going on, but that's one thing I learned about life. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling, and
Unfortunately,
yeah, unfortunately, there's good and bad, but we here, we ready to talk some wrestling, and let me see. First thing on the block, what's obviously our favorite segment of the week. You know how it is.
I'm not feeling it.
What's going on, man? I feel like, okay, there ain't much that I'm not feeling,
hmm
but there's some things that I feel like I may not be feeling at the same time.
hmm
Number one, I'm just gonna get this out the way. If this is true, I don't know. This could be rumors, and I hope it is rumors. But I heard that the talent backstage wasn't too happy about
mm,
Penta's debut and how long it ran and how much time that he received. I'm not feeling that because, come on, bro, like that shit was gas. Like if it was trash and it's like, yeah, cool, but like anybody actually watching that, like, bro, how, like, bro, that was cool. Like, okay, maybe the promo at the end was long, but it's like
you
I kind
needed
of
it.
needed it as a fan because I needed to know which direction they was gonna take with him. Like if he was gonna be a big player or like mid card type thing. I feel like he introduced himself as a big player, and he should be. He's smooth. I liked it. I mean, I'm gonna know more in exactly a month whenever I go to Raw. Hopefully he there. Hopefully I get to see the order in person. But as soon as I saw the entrance, I was like, ooh, I'm with that. I'm with that.
The
I'm with that.
presentation definitely shows you big time player.
Big time
Like
player.
we've seen guys come in and like okay, they they have respect for them. Like they wanted them to be there. They want to elevate them. But it like this one, this was different.
This was different, man. This was
This was
different.
different.
I like the style. I like, shout out Gable because Gable went out there and put on a show for real for Buddy. Like
Facts.
it just shows. It's just WWE has a lot of players that I feel like that you can throw in the ring with, and it'll work
hmm
out, especially for a debut. We got more people that might be coming over here, like what, Aleister Black, Ricky
Yup.
Starks, um,
Miro,
Ray.
Rusev,
Wait, what's his name?
Ricky Starks.
No, not Ricky Starks. Penta's Mans. You told
Oh,
me
Phoenix. Yeah,
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Okay.
That's his brother.
So yeah, might be dropping in soon.
Yeah, they got
I
about 4, 5 over there that could be like pulling up within the year.
I don't know why it's like
And there's
it's
some
getting a
heavy
little it's
hitters
getting a
too.
little packed out, bro. Like we was talking about a third. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not what I say a third brand. I was like, I guess NXT can say what it is, but we might need another little brand ski because of the way we
yeah,
expanding. It's getting a little
yeah, for
deep.
sure. Or they
So
both gonna have to stay at 3 hours.
yeah, I don't know what Raw doing. I don't know why they trying to play like that should be a two
Like
hour
two and a
show.
half. Like,
Like, bro, don't play, bro. Just give us 3 hours. I don't even know why you
please.
trying to switch it up. We've
Because
been
even
doing
Smack,
this.
like I've seen mixed reviews on SmackDown being 3 hours, but I like it being 3 hours. It gives everybody time.
It does.
Like we wouldn't have seen Los Garza's cook last night like they did without that time. We wouldn't have seen Jacob Fatu get that promo that he did after after Jimmy and Carmelo got good time. We wouldn't have seen Bianca or Bailey and Tiffany get good time. We wouldn't have seen Bianca in the tag team. Like there's a lot of stuff that doesn't happen if you take off an hour. It's just like, oh, well, we can't do this, we can't do that. We even got a B-Fab and Piper Niven match. That was good. You're not
Shout
getting
out
that
B
if
Fab
it's a 2 hour SmackDown. You're not getting that if it's 2 hour SmackDown.
at all. And then it's like at this point in time, why are you trying to shorten Raw down when you got all the major feuds popping over there? And then the thing that's gonna make me mad about it is it's gonna be 2 hours, and then on the 27th when Roman come back, it's gonna be a 3 hour show. I
Yeah,
guarantee it, bro. So we
because
like,
he's gonna
come
take
on,
up all the time.
that
You know,
nigga
he's
gonna
taking the
be
first 20
out. I'm
minutes of the
ready to.
show.
I need him to come back because they talking about they not dropping no WWE 2K25 news until that show. So I gotta see what's going on with the game. I done been hearing all kind of stuff with the game. It's gonna be open world. Like I'm ready to play that. If y'all know me, I am a heavy WWE gamer. Like I've been playing since what? Here comes the pain. Like I've been
Mm,
playing WWE games for a minute. Like
Here comes the pain was a
was
great
five,
one.
but I was a young gun, so I guess like my favorite one from '07, and then like up until '07 is probably when I started playing them year after year. So I
Yeah,
probably owned every single one since '07, and I'm excited to see that, bro. So it ain't even about Roman. Like, give me the game info, please. Please. I mean, Roman ain't got nothing to talk about. That's why, like, I'm excited for him to be
he really
back.
do.
But, like, at the same time, it's like, whatever. Because, I mean,
Because how many people are they gonna let interact with him? That's the thing. It's like, is he gonna come out there say his thing and then leave, or are we gonna have other people like Seth, Drew? Like, are we gonna have those dudes interact with him,
right. That's
or
true.
is he just chilling?
Oh, he cooling. And then, I mean, I don't know. I'm ready to see who's gonna interact with him, and I'm assuming since he's gonna be there, I'm assuming Cena's also gonna be there on that.
Hmm.
On that, so like, I feel like that show is
Got
gonna
Punk
be, yeah, it's gonna be outrageous. Like they kind of
because
already
they all
promoted
talking
it,
about Royal Rumble.
right? Yeah, that's kind of a thing I'm not feeling that much. Also, can we stop with the I'm declaring for the Royal Rumble promos? Like, bro, we know y'all gonna be in there. Why are you announcing to us like y'all all can't win? So this is adding unnecessary like oh, we want this part. Like they declared, bro, it's got to be like Ray Mysterio last night. I was like, bro, it's you in your hometown. Cool, I agree. But like, bro, like why are we acting like that's like come on, bro. Ray is a legend.
Chilling my goat now. Chilling my goat now.
I feel like it's disrespectful to the goat because it's
It is
because it's like, bro, why y'all gonna have him go out there?
playing in our face.
Yeah, playing in our face like he had to go out there and get a dub. They almost put it on Eddie that he was gonna try to get the dub.
I was like,
I was
don't
like,
do
bro,
it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
bro.
Don't do it.
And then
Don't
at the
do it.
same
Don't do it.
time, they pulled the Cena route a little bit where it's like, I don't think I can get over the. Now everybody that's old, bro. But everybody that's old don't need to be pulling this angle, right? Okay, so look,
See him? But you see what I'm saying though?
but Ray is different though, right? You wanna know why Ray different? Ray been there, and they
But he
had
ain't been winning though.
he ain't been winning at all. But that's what I'm saying. Ray been there. They had plenty of time to correct Ray. He got his own group. What? So now we acting like, oh, okay, yeah, I've been losing, bro. You been here and you've been losing matches to some like, come on, bro, some weak ass matches, some weak matches. He been losing weak matches, and then he'll be in there with like, they always use him as a scapegoat, kind of. I feel like, okay, like, why was he in there with KO last night? What was the point in that?
That was yeah, I don't know.
What
To
was
get
the
more
point
heat
in
on KO, but
That's not working, bro.
he
And
didn't
I'm
need
not.
it.
And another thing, I'm not feeling this. I'm not liking this angle, bro. I feel like they throwing that out there. They trying to make KO look more delusional because he was right about
Mm-hmm.
the Cody situation. And motherfuckers
Mm-hmm.
picking up on that. We not dumb. So now y'all trying to add
Mm-hmm.
unnecessary heat. So y'all gonna put Ray in there in his hometown to lose.
Yep.
Come on,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling
Yep.
that.
That's exactly what they try to do.
I'm not
Like,
feeling
bro,
that, man.
we not stupid. We
We
not
not
stupid.
stupid,
Come on now.
H. We not
Come
stupid,
on now.
H. Because, bro, like I was sitting there thinking, like, I love Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Ray has always defied the odds. Like we was just talking about his Royal Rumble win, his championship wins, but it's like, bruh, can we give him something meaningful to do a little bit? Like I would have been cool with him feuding with the New Day if they went back and forth a little bit. Because I mean,
Yeah.
the LWO don't do nothing. Dragon Lee does nothing. I
Yeah.
mean,
Dragon League gotta get up out of there.
they don't do nothing with the group. Like Zelina was hot for a little bit, but I mean, she got hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not doing that with her. So Ray just be there, bro, cooling. And like you used you broke off Dom from Ray.
Mm-hmm.
You gave Ray the win over Dom
Didn't
at
need it.
Mania. You haven't done nothing with Dom really, except for still be
Mm-hmm.
the cowardly heel and
Mm-hmm.
a heat generator. And now you're not doing nothing with Ray. So it's like we broke them up. I mean, it benefited Dom tremendously, but we broke
For
them up.
sure.
But we don't. Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
It's been what 2 years since they split. It has been 2 years.
In the three,
So, bro, what's
because
going on?
they had two different matches at WrestleMania,
Right, they did.
and I don't think Dom had a match at WrestleMania last year, unless that was the tag team. No, he had the 6-man tag last year. They had the 1-on-1 3 years ago, maybe two.
WrestleMania might have been at 39.
Yeah, I think it was 30 now that they
It
had their
was
1-on-1.
39. It was 39. It was 39.
And then 40, I can't remember what they did.
Because Priest had a match. I mean, Priest came out there and cashed in. But did they
Yeah.
lose? Did they
And they
have the
had
tag
the
team
tag
titles at
team
the time?
championships the night
Lost
before.
it.
They lost them.
So
Yeah. It was Finn and what's his face? But then the 6-man tag was the next night, I want to say. No, it was the night before. Because they both lost. They lost both their matches. But Rhea won.
we knew that was gonna happen for sure. I
Exactly.
mean, if anybody was gonna win from the Judgment Day, we know who was bringing that home. We knew who was bringing home the
Kubota.
bacon. So,
Kubota.
no disrespect. No, I'm not even hating at this point. It's just like
That's the
she was
first group we
carrying the
ever
shit
seen
out
where the
that
woman
group.
was the leader.
Yeah, the woman was the leader, and that's what we want. I mean, she got the most aura of the group. I mean, as of now.
Yeah.
But I just feel like all this shit going on with Ray. Nah, I'm cool, bro. I didn't like that. I wasn't really feeling that.
Yeah,
Shout
that
out
wasn't
Ray. Shout
necessary.
out my dog. Part of me want to see him hang it up because like
He looked good last night though.
them stem cells working like a motherfucker, but we wasting the stem cells. We wasting the stem cells, bro. Like that's one thing I hate. Like, and that's why I feel so strongly about the Cena thing because it's like, bro, if y'all going him coming back for one last full time hoorah run and him just coming back to put everybody over, I'm not feeling that, bro. It's cool. Like I'm good. I hate wasting legends. It's like I hate wasting the legends a little bit. That's all. Like it's cool. I
Depending on who the legend is.
It depends on who the legend is. But if it's legends
We can we can
that put in that
we
work,
can
yeah, the Jeff Jarrett, all that, and then I'm
we
not
can
feeling
waste Jeff Jarrett, Goldberg. We can waste them.
we can waste Goldberg because Goldberg, we don't heard him have a last run about 4-5 times, come back, win a title, drop it. Yeah, I'm cool on Goldberg. But I would like to see him in there with Gunther though, because that'd be funny seeing him get chopped up. That match would be hilarious, bro. I don't. Some matches will be bad, but it's laughably bad. So I'm cool with that. I'll be fine with that as long as WWE know what their end goal is. That's always what I'm cool with. As long as y'all have an end goal to the shit that y'all putting together, I will shut up and enjoy the product. But with Ray and Dom, I didn't see an end. Dom ain't even touched no gold. I mean, he touched the North American,
Mm-hmm.
and even that was a good run. But he ain't done nothing since.
Yeah,
Ray,
and it wasn't on like main roster television either. Like he
right?
carried it, but he didn't really get to,
He ain't do
you
nothing
know,
with that.
he did it.
Ray,
He
I
did
ain't
most of
see
his
Ray
work
do
on
nothing.
NXT. So
I ain't see him do
yeah,
nothing with nothing. I mean, the LWO was cool. We was lit for the idea, but
right.
it's not hitting. So
Yeah. Then they added Dragon Lee and just made him a background guy. Like what the hell is that?
I mean, bro. People don't even know that that's our speed champion.
Yeah, I
That's
only
our
know because I just looked at the roster today
that's our speed champion. Like I
and I
mean,
follow that shit weekly, and I did not know. Like not speed, but I follow wrestling weekly, daily.
right.
And did not know he was speed champion.
Speed ain't even as hot as it was. Like I was keeping up with it
Mm-mm.
because it would usually be
There's a lot of Mello and Ilya.
every Saturday morning. I feel like it would be, or what day was it usually? It would be in the morning, but it would be on Twitter. I feel like it was on Twitter. It would be live on
So it was
Twitter.
like Wednesday morning or something. It's like
Something
midweek.
crazy. Usually I'm at work when I'm watching, so I'm like, oh okay, and it's on my phone, very accessible on Twitter, and the matches are fast as hell. Hence the name Speed. If
Mm-hmm.
y'all didn't know in the chat, they was good matches. Like, and then whenever I went live, I saw a Speed match between Braun Breaker and Sheamus, which is a big thing right now, which is hilarious. And I seen that back then, and I fell in love with the concept of Speed. But bro is a Speed champion. Haven't seen him on TV at all. haven't brought any traction to speed. He could have even if he carrying the speed belt on TV, I could care less. Like
Right.
something to showcase these dudes, but it's cool. And then we got everybody wrestling fans that be wanting to see more factions and this, but bro, we don't even got time for the factions we got now.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's bad, man. It's bad. Anything you're not feeling as of now?
I said it a lot last week, and we didn't get much last night, so I'm still say it again. I'm not gonna harp on it because there's something else that I wasn't feeling. But the Jade story still is not
Yeah,
like there was no progression last night. We at least had to mention it, so I guess that's progress. But
that shit
the
ain't
fact that
progress.
Bianca wasn't the one that went and talked to Nick Aldis, it was only Naomi, and Naomi said, "Nah, nothing at all." I guess maybe that's some kind of progression. Like Naomi could be lying, or the fact that Bianca didn't go check on her and she sent Naomi instead. Like obviously, like Jade, she tweeted out last night, "You sure?" in reply to them saying that there was no update. So Jade knows. So it's like, when does Jade come back? Are
But
we
why are
waiting
we
until
waiting
Royal
on
Rumble?
Jade, bro? Why are we
That's the
waiting
thing.
on
Like
Jade?
the whole. If you wait till Jade gets back, the whole story is now way too convoluted. Like there was supposed to be a conflict before she came back, and then even more conflict once she came back. There hasn't been any conflict yet.
Right.
Like I don't know, man. I feel like they did this, and then they was like, oh, well, Naomi's really, really popular right now. Bianca's really, really popular right now. So they might try to detour, but I'm like, you can't. I saw somebody say they could have said it was Charlotte since Naomi and Bianca are so over, and then Charlotte bring up uh, Lash and Jakara, and it'd be like a 3-on-3. But I'm like
I mean, I
I'm
mean, I
cool with it.
mean,
I'm
I
cool with it being
mean,
Charlotte, but Charlotte and Lash and Jakara don't really.
I mean, I'm feeling it a little bit, bro, because it's like, I mean, we've seen Jade. I mean, who? If, that's even if Jade and Bianca want to link back up, right? That's if Jade want
Hmm.
to link back up with Bianca, because like, I mean, what she's seeing, she's
Yeah,
probably at home like, girl. But
like it's like that. Okay.
it's like, I would love. I mean, I would love it. I guess, man. Like in a sense, I mean, we don't really have women's factions that are great. Like Pure
Mm-mm.
Fusion Collective, they're not
Damage
really cracking
control
on nothing. Damage Control, they're getting
had moments, but
they
they
got
never.
they just feel like a bunch of Damage Control to me. Even whenever Bailey was in a group, always felt like great individuals in a group.
Hmm.
It's just great individuals
And
in a
that's
group.
really what it was because Bailey just wanted the point of it was for them to get more exposure. She wanted
Right.
EO to get on the main roster and get exposure. She wanted Dakota to get on there. And then once you brought in Kyrie and Asuka, there was supposed to be more continuity between EO, Asuka, Dakota, Kyrie, because they all spent time in NXT at different times, but some of them were there at the same time. So it's like, okay, there's more camaraderie there, but then you didn't know if you wanted them to be heels or faces. Once they turned on Bailey, you sent them to Raw, and then turned them faces pretty quickly. And it's like, okay, Oscar's been out, now Kyrie's hurt. So now it's just, I think injuries have played a part in it, but at the same time, it's like, and this is what I was really going to get to is Triple H, and I said this a little bit last week too, is like Triple H during this regime so far has really, I don't want to say failed, but he has let down his heel characters and heel groups,
Right.
like Damage Control when they were heels when it was Bailey, just getting beat up every week by Bailey, Becky, whoever else, or Bianca Bailey, Bianca Becky, sorry, whoever else was out there. Uh, we've seen Judgment Day get beat up week after week after week. Finn Balor just lost again last week. Like that was another thing I wasn't feeling. Um, I mean, I guess you could say Gunther, but Gunther's really a tweener. He's getting cheered now, so it's
I
like,
just I just want to piggyback off you real quick, and I want to say maybe we have a false sense of what heels are supposed to be nowadays because of maybe not us because we kind of understand the
Hmm.
assignment, but maybe the world because of Roman, Gunther,
Hmm.
Rhea, like those aren't really heels to me, bro. Like they're not. I mean, Roman had a stretch where he was like
Hmm.
terrible, but
Diabolical.
I feel like that was kind of in the beginning towards the KO part, in the
Yeah.
J part, like
Yeah.
so in the beginning,
Jimmy.
the Jimmy, yeah, in the beginning,
Like
I
your
feel
dog
like
had a whole like your dog had a torn ACL, had the big brace on, and you choked her out. Like
that was yeah
diabolical.
that's diabolical, and that's crazy work. He was like, you sure, like, bro, you this family, bro, you want to do that? And he was like, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
And he sat there and cried too, like real life cried. And it was like, oh,
Fuck
like
all that.
what?
Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? So Roman had some diabolical moments. Gunther, I feel like definitely a tweener in my eyes. Like he don't really do nothing heel. Like I feel like the last time I see him do something heel like is when he was about to attack Damian Priest. And
Yeah,
then
he
the
just
next thing
talks
there,
bad about people. He
and
just
then
talks down to people, but he don't necessarily like
do shit, right?
do nothing crazy.
So that's why I was like, whenever he attacked Priest backstage, and then that's the promo where Priest was like, "I'm the king of the streets." I was like, this is so uncharacteristic of Gunther, bro. I've never seen him go back there and try to whoop somebody
Hmm.
backstage. In my personal opinion, since he's been on the main
Hmm.
roster, but Rhea also to me, I mean, she did heal things, like, but only to live. I feel like
Hmm.
towards live,
Raquel too.
yeah, Rick, yeah, she did her the worst way, no cap. But they don't really do. There's not really bad heels, bro. And that's why
Yeah,
I feel like I always ask you. I ask other people. That's why I want Dom to take it to the next level. Or that's why
gotta let him take another way,
we were talking about
another step.
KO. Gotta
Hmm.
stun Brandy. Like we gotta take it to the next level,
Something,
bro. Heels are
something.
not heels, bro. They come out, they
Yeah,
talk trash, and
because
they
they're
get
getting
beat up.
cheered. Yeah, and they get beat up.
They get beat
They
up.
don't win any matches. They don't win any feuds, so they're not taken seriously, or they're cheered. Like Drew gets cheers. He gets booed every now and then, but he gets cheered a lot.
Right,
Like Seth is gonna turn at some point. It seems like he's still gonna get cheered. Like
right. KO
even
gets
if Punk
cheered.
turned heel, he's still getting cheered. Like
We need another
Melo gets
name.
cheered. Like everybody gets cheered. Braun gets cheered. They whoo 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 whoo. He's supposed to be a heel. Like
Yeah, I
like
feel
I
like
don't know. They
a
cheered
part of that
Tiffany.
a part of that is because kayfabe is dead. I feel like so it's like
Hmm.
we actually enjoy the people
Yeah,
outside of the product. Like
and heels now like they be right sometimes.
they do.
That's the problem. They be right a lot, so people be like, they really not wrong. Like back then, like people was doing diabolical stuff and they was wrong for doing it. Like Triple H when he turned on Shawn Michaels was wrong. So we
Right.
hated Triple H. Edge, all the cheating he was doing was wrong. So we
Wrong.
hated, bro.
Still.
Randy Orton was punt kicking legends. We hated dude. But they don't get to take that, they don't get to take stuff to the next level. The most we seen was KO attack Cody Rhodes off camera, and even then he was still getting cheered for it.
I do want to say this is also a knock on the faces that we have. Um like they're over, but they not how
Hmm.
like okay, for
Jeff
example,
Hardy.
Jeff Hardy, right? So Edge was doing Jeff Hardy bad. CM Punk was doing Jeff Hardy
Hmm.
bad. We hated that. Randy pulled Cena's pops out the crowd, punted his pops, bro. We was
Yeah.
like, you fucking with Cena? We not fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? So the baby faces that we had were so like
Ray.
Ray. Oh my god, bro. Bro, and I love Batista,
Great
but
Khali.
when he turned on
Yeah.
Ray, I said, bro, you
I
dead wrong.
hated him.
I said,
I
you
hated
dead
him.
wrong, bro. You dead wrong. You dead wrong. Why you put your
I was
hands?
so mad I turned on SmackDown and they like the first thing they showed, they're like, oh, so
Man,
so
he look
like I said
Tariq, he had bro on the apron like these. I thought you was my friend. I'm over here like, bro, let him go, bro. He ain't even do nothing. Like, bro, y'all lost and you spazzing, bro.
it's a
Chill.
regular match. I was like, dog, it's a fatal four way. He's supposed to try to win.
Come on, bro.
Like, what are we doing?
Come,
You always try to help me.
like, come on, bro.
All right, bro. This what
Why
we
you
doing
got your
now?
hand? Why you got your hands on my man's? Like, why? Come on, bro. And they always be doing Ray the worst way. The camera always be up on the mask. Like, I'm like, bro, why you got him
Man,
up on the mask, bro? Like, let him go. If I had to go pull it, it was really war. It was really war about that. Like, when Nexus came in and they beat John Cena the fuck up. I was
ooh,
like, bro. I was like, I'm not feeling this, bro. I'm not feeling this. They
I
beat
couldn't
War,
wait till Raw the next week. I was like,
bro.
how do they follow this up?
Reek.
Like, what happens now?
they beat John Cena up so bad. I remember the ring. I
Yeah,
remember seeing the wood underneath the ring. I said they really gave
yeah.
him whoop, bro. Like
Choked out Justin Gabriel, beat up commentary. Like they beat up everything that was in the way.
they got him up out of there. They got him
Everything
up
but
out of there.
cameraman.
Keep that shit rolling. We
And
want
then
something to
lost the
see.
feud,
They did lose the feud. They did lose the feud.
which
Did
killed
lose
it.
the
It
feud.
was done after that.
They did lose the
There
feud.
was no way to rebuild it, and that's the
They
same way they've done with the heel groups they've had now.
they did.
Judgment Day.
They did.
There was only two ways you could build them up.
I just saw a big, large argument about that feud like 2 days ago on Twitter. I think I liked it, but I mean, I saw a bunch of people saying that they should have and that they shouldn't have, and then there was a bunch of people saying like, um, the group shouldn't have went over, but Wade should have went over. And I was like, okay, that's
100%.
kind of how I'm feeling at the same time.
Hmm. Not
But
everybody needs to go over. Like they
yeah,
just needed to win that match, and then eventually some of them would have
branched off
feathered
into
off
bigger stardom.
because they weren't good enough. But Wade was.
Right.
Justin Gabriel was really good. Like
My boy
you
David
still had David. Like
Otunga, respect my dog,
David
man.
Otunga was nice.
You remember?
They was a cool tag team.
Was he actually? Was he? I was just thinking about this the other day. I was like,
Jennifer
bro,
Hudson.
I used to really thought he was really like a lawyer, like
Oh yeah.
a
No,
lawyer.
he really did go to
He really
Harvard
is.
though.
Okay. I was gonna say, bro, I really thought he was a lawyer, and I used to always be like, he gotta be smart, bro. Like, why are you wrestling? I used to always be like, bro, why are you wrestling?
I'm pretty sure he did really go to Harvard. Let me check.
He
Cause
married to Jennifer Hudson, or
yeah,
to this day still?
they split up in 2017 according
Damn.
to this, but they got engaged in 2008. You see, make sure he really is a lawyer.
American actor. I'd say I do be seeing
I
him.
was gonna say he was the actor first. Yeah, it says University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, and then Harvard University.
I remember my boy Otunga. I thought he had the most
Yeah,
charisma out
so
of that group.
he
Like
is a real
low
lawyer.
key. Like I feel like he was the one that outside of Wade, you handed him the microphone. I was like, he gonna handle business. Otunga
Hmm.
was straight. I liked Otunga. I think he was my
He's
favorite of the group. Yeah, he swore he. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. He used to always kill the ab, didn't he? He used to
yeah.
always run the ab.
Well, well,
Like,
weak
bro,
ass song, man. Get the fuck out of here.
move, man, move around with all that, man. I miss old WWE a little bit, bro. Like the booking was
It's a little
terrible,
too
but
deep.
it was definitely a fun time. But I definitely think
Yeah.
Triple H should step it up in terms of the heels, or at least make them.
Mhm.
If you're gonna have them lose, at least make us hate them first, because
For real.
I don't hate no heel as of right now. Like legit,
Mm-mm.
I like every heel that we see.
The Miz. I don't like the Miz. But that's
He's
just a
not even a
personal
heel
thing.
at this point. Like I feel like the Miz is just the Miz. Shout out Miz, because I used to hate the Miz in 11. Like he made me hate him. Like he did a good job
Yeah.
at that role. Like
I still don't like him to this day because of stuff like that. And then, like, I just don't enjoy him in the ring at all. So like it
it just don't mesh well. I
pushed
mean
it to 1,000.
I like Miz because of what he's done for the company. I feel like, and the way he started, like how everybody was like
Hmm.
not feeling him, and he worked his way up. I like his story ultimately, but if you gonna sit here and tell me the last great heel, one of the best great last heels we've had was the Miz. It's crazy because I mean the Miz did a good job in what 2016
Hmm.
SmackDown Live. He was a good heel. Like, bro, you telling me this is like one of the last great heels that we done seen? Trips, come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, the last person that they really let go to that next level was Randy, and that was in what 2020 with him and Edge.
I got
Outside
an
of that,
idea though.
and now NXT they have like people really hate Ethan Page.
Yeah, you can pay, yeah, and I mean me too. Like me
Like
too. Like
if they would let people like do shit like that on the main roster, you getting heat.
yeah, you getting heat. You getting heat
Like
because I mean I was
yeah,
for sure.
like it looked like he really broke Bro jaw.
Listen,
It's like,
Tariq.
what the fuck?
I was just saying on NXT. I was like, ain't no fucking way Javon went there got knocked out. I said, man, come on, bro. Ethan Page, he really like in the
Mhm.
ego shit, and like when he was feuding with Trick, he feuded with Javon. Like, bro, I really be like, bro,
Yep.
can't stand this nigga. Like he getting on my nerves, and he good as hell. That's what he's actually
Yeah,
good as hell. So
yeah.
my idea is you got to turn Oba now. Oba has to be a demon when he get on the main roster.
Which I
He has
think
to
they've
be
started
a
to do.
yeah. He has to be a big heel. It's there's
Hmm.
no in between. Like that show saving face, bro. Because if he come in there doing some diabolical shit, who's stopping him? Then we really gonna hate Oba because he not gonna lose. Like he's not gonna lose. So it's like, who's gonna stop him? So
And
now
he
you're gonna
shouldn't.
build up a baby face. You have to build up a baby face to combat him. You have to, and that's why I feel like another thing with the heels nowadays is they're starting to be so much better than the baby faces in ring. We starting to love them. Like, okay, Carmelo. I mean, Carmelo and Andrade in LA Knight. I'm gonna reference this match a lot. I mean, I feel like Andrade, he's kind of a tweener right now because of the
Hmm.
language barrier. I feel like people don't know which way to go, which is
Yeah,
stupid on America's part because he's amazing. So, I mean, I
yeah.
cheer him. LA Knight,
Hell yeah.
stupid over. Stupid over. But he didn't provide nothing for me in the ring. Mellow, heel. But he gonna go out there and go crazy. He just went out there and went crazy with Jimmy. I was like, bro, he be putting on bangers with everybody. Like, everybody.
You put him out, and I think that's a testament to him. Is like they put him out there with anybody, and he's passed every time.
He has.
And I liked what Wade said last night because Joe sort of tried to play him. And it was like he said he don't miss, but he missed a lot. Like, if you look at his results, and Wade Barrett was like, "Man, who missed the most shots in NBA history?" And he was like, "Kobe Bryant," and he was like, you can't make the most shots if you don't take the most shots." I said, "Thank you, Wade. Talk that talk," because low key, like when you think about it, like it's like man, he do lose a lot. He do say Miller
but
don't
he's
miss, so
shooting.
do be missing.
He's going against top talent.
And that's exactly what Wade said. He was like, when you shoot at when you shoot at the highest difficulty shot, when you're shooting from 40 feet every time you come down the court, it's different than if you missing layups. He not missing layups. He's shooting from 40 every time. And I
Right.
said,
Because
that's a fact,
let's keep
Wade.
it a buck
That's a
G.
fact.
Cody. We don't had a Cody match. We don't have once again a game. I've never seen a rookie come up and have a 7-game series with anybody. So and it wasn't even playing. I don't care what WWE trying to say. That shit was
Facts. It
not
definitely
playing.
was not.
We
This shit
we
was
we
just
was
that
just
good.
we was just loving them matches. We just wanted to keep seeing it, keep seeing it, keep seeing it.
It was like,
Uh,
oh, they cooking.
and I want to know what the room was like whenever they was watching that first one because I know they was probably like, oh shit,
Like, we put this shit together accidentally. Oh my god.
12 minutes. We gave them boys what 8 minutes to cook, and they
Right.
done blew the doors off this hoe. So
Yeah, yeah.
he done had a lot of
Right.
matches. Randy, um,
Mm-hmm.
he done got
I don't
mixed
know
in
if
with
he's
the
been in with
bloodline a
Kevin,
little
but
bit.
Sammy,
Sammy, now Jimmy. I mean,
Braun Strowman, which I wouldn't consider a top guy because I don't really like him at all. But
but I mean, let's keep it a
that's
stack.
still a big name to put him in there with.
He's the top big man that we have on the main
Yeah.
roster. I mean,
And
one of them's
honestly, on
down,
SmackDown, outside of Kevin Owens, Carmelo's probably next heel.
and and then that's disgusting. That's bad. That's bad for business because like we know Carmelo Hayes, but
Mm-hmm.
the average viewer at this point they should know Melo,
Mm-hmm.
but at first it's like
Yeah.
nobody. I mean, you wouldn't really know. So like,
Yeah.
why do we like? And then with Gable, let's hop over to Raw. I would have loved nothing more than Penta winning, big W.
Mm-hmm.
Gable should have went in there and whooped his ass after that match though,
Mm.
because
The Heat.
Gable not. He ain't. He getting the "you suck" chance. That's what we wanted. Like it's cool, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like I don't hate Gable. I just feel like he's a heel
Mm-hmm.
now because y'all ran out of stuff to do. Whenever he was a face, y'all didn't want to give him the belt, so now we here.
Mm-hmm.
So not feeling that, man. It's top heavy. It's a lot of faces, not enough heels. And then the heels we do got, they not winning. If you really
Yeah.
wanted to make a mark, let KO win at the Rumble. If you really wanted to make a mark,
Literally, but they won't.
but we're not dethroning Cody no time soon until maybe WrestleMania. But even still, I don't got that much hope. Like I don't got
But
that
like,
much faith.
there's definitely a way where he can get help from a Drew and Seth, win it, and then Cody get it right back out of the Elimination Chamber
And that's what
in Toronto. I'm pretty sure.
and we've been
So it'd be in KO City. KO will be getting cheered. It's a road game. It's RVD versus John Cena at
One night
Extreme Rules
stand.
or ECW One Night
Ooh,
Stand.
hoo, hoo. One of the best matches in
But
WWE
shit,
history, for sure.
let's not do that. Let's just keep the belt
For sure.
so he can keep that long ass ring. So oh yeah, he got a 300-day ring. Like no, give him two,
That's the
give him
thing.
three. Yeah.
It's dumb. The long range is starting to become dumb for the Roman standpoint. I understood it because it's like, if I mean, you were building your next. Whoever dethroned him was going to be your next star, regardless of who
Yeah.
it was going to be. It could have been Seth. Could have been
So
Cena.
like
Could have
it
been anybody.
at that when we put it like that, it does make sense that he would keep the belt because you built him up to take down that guy,
Right.
and the guy that we are saying he should lose to lost to Roman a ton, even though he was cheated a lot in those times, but he did
Right.
lose a lot to do. So it's like it's got to make sense. Like that's why I said that Drew and a Seth come out help him, and then he went that way. And it's not like he beat him 1-on-1, got the title, and now Cody was weaker type shit.
I feel like with the Cody thing though, like we did build him up into that point, but it's like now we've seen enough of his reign where you got the feedback on how people are taking it. Like
Mm-hmm.
he could always be a businessman. Kids are always gonna buy them belts. Kids are always gonna buy that merch. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But if you feel like people not really respecting the reign, then I feel like you gotta. I mean, you gotta make a decision at the end of the day. Like, and I would tell him that. I mean, bro, you've been a part of this business for a minute. Like, we love you. You do great business. But I mean, the fans not feeling the rain, bro. Like, let's switch it up real quick. Let's gauge this impact from whenever you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like Cody's one of them people. Like, I've enjoyed the rain because of who he is and how the bangers he puts on himself. But I mean, a switch up ain't bad, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we
I think
switch
some
up ain't bad.
like with the rings now, I think like we had talked about the Gunther one like a little bit over the phone, but I seen people say they're not really feeling Gunther's reign, and I feel like they said that about every reign outside of Roman since 2020,
Right.
and you can't blame the
The
characters or the wrestlers for that. You got to blame the people that's booking the show.
right.
But it's also, I think, a big part of that is knowing going into most matches that they're going to win. Like we know Gunther is winning 90% of the time that he goes in the ring. The
And the
the
shake.
match that we got most excited for with Gunther was with Cody because we didn't know who was gonna win, but
Right.
we knew he was gonna beat Randy. That was his first one. It was a great match, but we knew he was gonna win. So there's nothing to take away from him besides the pre story, and even that still didn't get really resolved because Finn helped Bro again. So it's like there's there's
Yeah.
no real feud for him to have to where you feel like, oh, this guy could take it from Gunther until there's a Braun or Ilya that comes up, and now it's like, okay,
And
now
that's
it's on the
why
pop
I feel like,
or John Cena.
as much as everybody hates it, the IC title reign of Sami Zayn was one of the best reigns that I've seen in a minute because I didn't know if he was keeping the strap week in, week out. And he was
Yeah,
defending it week in, week out. So I was like, okay, who could take this? And I remember we come on the pod and speculate, like, okay, maybe they could go, maybe Jake could take it off of him. Maybe they could do
right.
something with that. Maybe Braun could take it off of him. Maybe Gable could take it off of him. And it was a bunch
Mm-hmm.
of names, a bunch of could be's. It was exciting. It was fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had a Super Sammy. Like, we got Super Sammy for a couple months, but it was okay because there was contenders, multiple contenders.
Yeah.
With Cody, there's not, with The Rock in the Roman story, like, we don't know what's going on, so there's not that many contenders that y'all can give to Cody that we gonna buy. KO, y'all gave him a 100% thousand good story to build off of, where we'd be like, okay, we see where KO coming from.
Yeah.
This is where the switch up could be beneficial because you can keep KO happy because I mean he ain't won a belt since God knows how long, since Triple H literally handed him the Universal title.
Yeah.
He ain't held that in a minute, so the fans get to see a new champion, like, or somebody we ain't seen be champion at all, really. And then you get somebody who we felt like the chase may be better than the reign itself. So I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
cool. I mean, I feel like it's a win-win. I don't think business
Yeah.
take a dip for a month if KO holding it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
And it's like if your faces and your top guys are better at chasing, there's no reason to not take the belt off them for a month or two and let them chase to get it back.
right. And
And
that's
then
one
you
thing.
get that moment again. Like,
Right. I feel like we talked about this before. and this is what I was talking about with Cena, like where I was saying like, okay, yeah, Cena's 16-time champion, but there was a lot of times where he held that hold for 20 days. Like he did a lot of and he spoke on it himself, which is why I'm so glad like I heard it because like he
Mhm.
was saying himself like, yeah, I won a lot, but the moments that the best moments of my career happened whenever I was winning a lot. Like the losses that he took were more impactful because Cena won so damn much. Like there were some times where it's like, damn, he ain't need to win that, which I understood, and that happens a lot. I feel like that happens in a lot of history of WWE where it's like, damn, he shouldn't have won that. But with Cody, I'm not feeling that yet, bro. Like you win, but it's like, bro, when you win, I'm not giving the feeling of whoever dethrones you is gonna be that next guy. Like I don't have that feeling. I don't get that. I don't get that. Like when
Yeah.
Cena was taking L's to Triple H, Randy. Usually we see Nate heel work go to the next level after they whoop, bro, and then we see Cena go on this long chase and then he win it back again, which is fine, which is
Mhm.
cool. But for Cody, I feel like his character depends on trials and tribulations. We ain't seeing enough tribulations right now. Like that's just all I'm saying. Like KO ain't really took it there. Like he almost broke Buddy neck, and then we didn't see him on TV. But while he had his neck broke, KO could have been doing all kind of stuff. He could have kidnapped the damn dog. He could have kidnapped the dog. He could have did something to your wife. He could have done this, done that. We ain't seeing none of that. We ain't seeing none of that. It's sad, bro, to me. Like, we saw, I like to reference the story too, Tariq. CM Punk, when he took over the Nexus and he was feuding Randy. That man beat up Randy outside his tour bus with his wife on the bus or his
Yeah.
or at that time, I don't think that was his wife at that time, but girlfriend, wife, whatever, was on the bus. We ain't even seen nothing like that. What happened to the cutting edge, bro? Like what happened to the edgy stuff? It can be PG, but it can still be edgy. Like
Yeah.
we ain't seeing nothing edgy at all. There ain't nothing going on.
Yeah.
I feel like the format the same. That's how I want to say it. The format's the
It
same in
is.
all these shows. Fuck. H. That's one thing I can say about Triple H and Vince. Vince had a hella unpredictable like shit that was gonna happen, but
Yeah.
you had to endure all of the weak shit before you got
To
to the
get
good
to it.
shit.
Yeah.
Triple H, there's a lot of good shit, but there's not a lot of oh my god like
Hmm.
type shit. I gotta give him credit though for doing business outside of like he's doing things that Vince would never do, like okay, the TNA partnership, and then of course like I feel like during the Vince era, if there was somebody, oh never mind, I lied. Vince would bring somebody else talent over here in an instant. I can't say he won't do that. He would,
Right.
but bringing the AEW guys back or bringing talent back that's been fired back, okay, I like that he's doing that, but I don't know, bro. It's stagnant.
Yeah. I think it's just there just needs to be more like variety. I think there needs to be more like, okay, this could happen. You never really know what could happen. And then we are, and I think another thing is, and this isn't really Triple H's fault or Vince's fault, but people know so much now. Like we know so much going into shows that we're waiting for certain things to happen. And then when they don't, it's like, okay, why hasn't this happened yet? Like when I was a kid, like I don't know how mad I would be that they haven't figured out the Jade thing yet. Like I probably would be somewhat mad, but it's like as an adult, it's like, okay, we're waiting for certain stuff because there's so much accessibility in terms of dirt sheet writers and people that leak stuff from insiders and stuff like that. So it's like stuff that we wouldn't have known as a kid, we know now, or we try to stay away from now, and we're just looking for specific things, and those things aren't happening. So people are looking at it in a different perspective than they were when they were kids or when they first started enjoying wrestling. And I think that's another thing too. Is like we gotta like, and mostly myself with this, but I gotta try to like look at this in a different lens sometimes, and not just like, okay, this is what should happen or this was supposed to happen. Why hasn't it happened yet? Like, okay, I'm gonna see what happens, and if the story ends or that story never gets told, then that's when we'll have the conversation about it.
Right.
But like even last night, like all of a sudden the Street Profits are hurt.
Bro, oh my god, man. That shit was crazy work. Bro, I was like, what?
Yeah,
I said, I was like, and I was about to text you, but I was like, tired of texting about these motherfuckers. Like, bro, they don't care. Why should I care, bro? Like it is what it is. Like, when? How? I mean, I guess how
yeah,
they get. I mean, yeah, I guess, but when? Like for real? And why are y'all telling us now?
yeah. B
That
Fab
would have
said
been.
in like her little promo, and I was like, "What you mean they hurt? What?"
I was wondering that though when I seen BFAB by itself. I was like, we're game.
Yeah, because she had made a little promo that was on. I want to say it was just on Twitter, and she was like, or X, whatever. She was like, yeah, the boys are down for a little bit, but while they're down, I'm not gonna be gone, or like I'm gonna be like doing my own thing or whatever. And I was like, y'all could have done both at the same time. You didn't have to have, but it's whatever. Um, try to just wait and see. Try to enjoy the journey, and just the stuff that I don't like, I'm not gonna like, but I'll try to be more patient with certain things and certain
Nah,
stories
we've been saying this shit with Jade for a minute, bro. We ain't seen Jade since.
before some or Survivor Series.
Yeah,
It's like 2 weeks before she got
bro.
taken out.
Literally, bro. Like we ain't seen her in so damn long, bro. You telling me like we're about to wait to the and she'll probably be back at the Rumble, and it's too
Yeah,
much going on at
that's
the
three
Rumble,
months.
because 3 months, bro. And then like, bro, it's gonna get drowned out. Like they're not thinking about this, bro. If Charlotte comes back, we're
Hmm.
not gonna be worried about who attacked Jade when Charlotte come back. We're not gonna be worried
Hmm.
about like, let's say, I mean, Chelsea Green been talking about bringing back divas for this Diva Open Challenge. Like if we see like somebody like I mean, I doubt AJ Lee pops back up, but hypothetically, if y'all happen to snag her and bring her back, we not gonna be worried about that, bro. Y'all should have been pulled the clip. I don't know what we on.
Yeah,
Like you're just
yeah.
adding more, and
Because
I
even they doing that, it makes it easier for them in the women's Royal Rumble, which we haven't heard anybody declare for that yet. But um, it makes it easier if you do that now, and then a match can happen at Royal Rumble. So then now
yeah,
Bianca is not in it.
to
She doesn't have
lose,
to get eliminated. Like you don't have
right?
to plan an elimination for her because it's gonna be hard to do that. But I don't know, man.
I
I'm
digress.
just I don't know, man. I guess we just wait and wait and wait and wait. Charlotte gonna come back before Jade.
I guess I'm gonna just cool out because we're on the road to Mania. Usually the road to Mania kind of slow up until we get to the Rumble. I feel like
Yeah. And
so
the Rumble's
maybe
further away than normal. That's the problem.
yeah,
The Rumble's supposed to be like a week and a half for real. That's just like a month out, damn near. A little
February
less than a month
1st.
out.
February 1st, man.
That's
That
weird.
is weird. That's very weird. I don't know. I feel like they'll figure it out. They usually do, but fuck, it's kind of painful just sitting here
Y'all got your
waiting.
work cut out for y'all.
Yeah, y'all do. I feel like it's better than what we with the AEW route where it's like, okay, they're doing this stupid fast and that's it. Like
Mhm.
or
I think there
AEW.
needs to be a middle ground.
Yeah,
Like,
damn, because one company doing shit too fast and then they dump the
yeah.
story, and then
Like
another
they brought
company
in
doing it
Megan
too long.
Bain on Wednesday, which was great. Fantastic. Casino Battle Royal with the women's was great. The first 6, 7 they brought in, heavy hitters. Like heavy hitters. Like I'm talking Willow, Stat, Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm, Megan Bain. Like that five right there is nuts. And y'all didn't even get that time to tell a story. Like before you could like really think like, oh my god, this could happen, this could happen. Oh man, we could see this, we could see
Shit was
this. Like
already
this could
done.
be. It was done. Tony had already won. Mariah May on the commentary, like, oh yay, the rookie won. Like, oh, you better get cooked. You don't even know. But it's like, okay, we're ready for the Tony Mariah story to rekindle because you're going to Australia. She's from there. So it's like it makes sense. But it's like you had Megan Bain. I'm not saying that she's not there, she's not gonna stay, but like you could have done something a little bit more or like made that moment a little bit bigger for a Megan Bain debut or re-debut. But we'll see. We'll see what they do too. But I was very excited about that because Megan Bain is she's tough,
She tough.
and
Speaking of
they
AEW,
better
man,
they better lock her up.
for a
So they
minute
better
before
lock
she
her
had to
up.
come over to the other side.
They better lock her up. If they don't, and she goes back, if she goes to WWE, lock it up. Because if she comes, then her tag team partner, I can't remember her tag team partner's name off the top of my head, but if she comes, then her tag team partner probably comes too, and it's a wrap. If that happens, it's a wrap.
Sounds like AEW need to get it together. I got an AEW tweet in front of me right here where it says, uh, Kenny Omega should go to WWE. You don't need to prove anything else. Go to WWE and get the star treatment and don't be a big fish in a little pond.
I agree with part of it, but not the big fish little pond thing. And I could see him going now. I can see why he didn't go a couple years ago because he felt like there was stuff that he still needed to do. But I feel like, and he's talked about this a few times, like the way that he talked about Roman being presented. And he's like, that's how everyone wants to be presented. I think if Kenny goes to WWE, he may not necessarily have like that Cody fanfare or whatever, but he's gonna be presented in a way that he should be. And I'm not saying that AEW hasn't or isn't, because he was injured for a while there, like for damn near the whole year, like he was out. So it's like there's a lot of things that he's got to get back into, but it's like I don't think they've ever badly presented Kenny. Now there was times where Kenny wasn't winning a lot, and that
I say he only
made
got what,
some
one
of his
ring?
fans mad.
The belt collector? I feel like
Yeah,
that was his only ring.
yeah, yeah. So it's like they he kind of took a back burner, but that's something that when you decide to be an EVP, like if you're gonna make yourself champion multiple times, like people are gonna start looking at you a certain way. So like that's why Cody was like, I'm gonna take myself out of that. Then he realized I shouldn't have taken myself out of that, but I had to. It might be the same thing for Kenny. Like I don't know,
Hypothetically, if he wasn't going to WWE, what's the number one feud you want to see for him over there?
Roman and Seth, Roman and Seth.
So top guy take on top guy, pretty much, or top guys taking on top guy, pretty much.
Yes, yes. Just
Makes
because
sense.
like the the parallels between Roman and Kenny make sense. Like it's all there. And then Seth Seth has been the flag bearer for WWE. Like when AEW first became a thing and people were throwing shots at WWE and throwing shots at the wrestlers and all this, the only guy, the only guy that stepped up to the plate every single time is Seth Rollins. He went back and forth with Will Ospreay. He went back and forth with fans. Like it didn't matter who it was. He was going back and forth defending WWE. So again, this is a guy coming from a different company that tried to take us down. It would only make sense for Seth to be one of the first ones, if not the first one.
Can't do that to my boy Seth, man, because I mean, what does he lose?
But when I just said that, I just said he can't be losing, but he don't necessarily got to be the first one. It's just like when AEW became what it was, Seth was in the conversation for best in the world.
You're right.
So was Kenny. So it's like at a time these two were like 1 and 2. You got to see that, even if it's just like out of a respect thing, like Brian Danielson and Kenny Omega when they with Brian Danielson, which they did that shit hella quick too. That's the thing. Like that's the only thing about it. They do it so fast. Like Brian Danielson debuted, and I say within a month, Brian Danielson versus Kenny Omega had happened. It's like y'all ain't even let that shit milk. Like
Marinate.
y'all didn't even like y'all didn't let it sit. Y'all didn't let it like get more excitement. Y'all was just like boom, here y'all go.
Right.
Like that shit was quick. So like I don't think it would be the first one. I don't know what his first year would be. Maybe like a Finn or something, but Finn loses so much that people wouldn't even.
Really better not to it.
He would. I mean, he would. It would be a great match, and he would make Kenny look good. But it's like it's not gonna hit the same that it should, or as it should, like as Cody and Seth did at WrestleMania. So it all just depends.
What like I mean, I would hope it happens. I just feel like a lot of people when it comes to AEW, like I like AEW. I think it's smooth. I'm not one of those fans. Like there's a lot of WWE fans that really hate AEW, and I'm like, bro, you're a wrestling fan. I don't know why you would ever hate on more wrestling during the week, but I mean, I guess. But I do feel like it's different, bro. Like things done in WWE are so much different than
Mhm.
things outside of it. And then I know there's some wrestling fans to be like, well, if you just like WWE, just say that. It's like, no, bro, you know it's different. Like that's really, bro, that
Right.
shit really is the main, like,
Yeah.
that is the main thing, bro. Like a WrestleMania, and I feel CM Punk on that. Like, bro, main event that shit, that is the Super Bowl, bro. That's they shit. Like it's the Super Bowl. That's every wrestler's.
Hmm.
I don't know any other major event like that. Like maybe now Wembley a little bit because the Wembley shows be like big as fuck. They be big, they be
Yeah.
huge, but it's like it still don't have that same effect
Yeah.
feeling. Now shout out Brian Danielson because him winning that final countdown, like him winning that felt like a WrestleMania type ish moment.
Hmm.
But I would love to see Kenny over there, and I feel like he would do good work. I feel like there's a lot of stories that can be told. And yeah, let's say hypothetically, if we were talking about heels and baby faces, if you did want to establish a nice heel that already has a good resume, you can bring him over here as a heel if you really want to have heels start winning. But I've seen him do both. I've seen Kenny do
Yeah.
both. He's great in both, so it ain't nothing to me. But I feel like he should. I don't know what his contract situation look like. I don't know what none of that looks like. I don't know what the odds are. I don't even know the odds of him even wanting to be over there. But I feel like if WWE has a chance to extend the olive branch, you do it
Yeah.
before he retires.
Yeah.
That is a name.
I wouldn't be surprised if like his contract is up at some point. I don't know what his contract looks like, but the next time that it is up, that they reach out again. Like they've reached out every time that he's been a free agent, so we're close to being a free agent. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did again, especially with Triple H running now. I think
Right.
Kenny might look at it a little differently now.
Um. Hell yeah, bro. All right. I mean, we got a little bit of time. My boy Rick said he had a segment, so I'm definitely ready. Like to talk about this. What's the criteria?
All right, so lately, the last week or so, it's been a lot of talk about the past mixed match challenges, and I've seen people putting together different duos and things. So I put down some duos. I put down a lot of duos for WWE. I put some down for AEW, so we can go through those, and then we can try to combine like AEW and WWE, like a woman from AEW, man from WWE, man from AEW, woman from WWE. Once we get to the end, if we got the time. Um, I'll start with the WWE side because that's what we're more. Uh, I don't know. We'll just start with the WWE side because there's more of them anyway. So a lot of people that I seen were like putting couples together and things like that. I tried not to do that. I tried to make it like their personalities are similar or their personalities are complete opposite, and I would find that interesting. So the first the first one is Bianca and Carmelo.
Total opposites, but they don't miss.
Because I think if it's heel Bianca and heel Mello,
They not.
they're not that different. Now at this moment they are because I was basing this off of the interaction that Carmelo had with Naomi, Jade, and Bianca, where they was like this little dude. So I was like, all right, put Bianca with him because she's more of a vet than Jade is,
Right.
and she would be like, all right, bro, like follow my lead, we'll get to the top. So I found that one interesting. This one, this next one, I really would find funny because this is polar opposite. Like you couldn't get no more opposite than this. Chelsea Green and Braun Breaker. You can't get no different than that.
Yeah, you can't get no different than that. But they will put on some master classes in there though, for real.
Telling you,
They
that's
put
how
on
you
master
open
classes.
up Braun's personality to fans, and it's how you give Chelsea that formidable feel. Like, okay,
Right.
like she really like that in the ring. So like she still has her personality. Braun still has his, but you mix them together and it works.
Right.
Um, I have EO. This one might be a little OD, but I feel like this is a little bit of the same. I feel like some things could work with this. EO and Gunther.
Right.
I feel like Gunther doesn't show a ton of personality in terms of like different, other than just like I'm just trying to kill everybody in the ring. EO doesn't have like super crazy personality, but she's more flashy and she says a lot more. So I feel like that would be interesting to see. This next one is based off of high flying abilities. Tiffany Stratton, Montez Ford. Now Tiffany Stratton and Bianca have their issues, so that's something that you got to look at. Bianca is in this mixed match challenge with a different partner, so that's something you got to look at with Montez. Like if they got to face off, what's it look like? What's happening? Um, Jade and Cody, they've got their AEW history. You know, they were happy when they saw each other come back. They could touch on that. Now this is where I made it a little bit more interesting because again I said I did want to put couples together because that's easy to do. Becky and Andrade.
Right.
So I took Becky, gave her Charlotte's Man. I think that's an interesting duo just because they're also different. Andrade doesn't talk as much, doesn't talk as well, obviously, as Becky does. But in the ring, I think they would be able to do different things together that would work out. Now
Right.
this one is funny. This one is funny. Charlotte and Dom. Charlotte wouldn't put up with none of his shit. But Dom would be like, hey, you Charlotte. I'll take a backseat. I don't care at all.
I'm
You
cool.
know
Like, you
me.
know how he is. And then he'd be trying to flirt a
He
little
said,
bit.
I'll
I
ride
know
your
he
coattails
would.
to the top.
I know he'd be trying to flirt a little bit. Like
He'd be like, hey, I got that, hey, I know you got what that hole, but I'm
it's
better right
cool.
here.
I'm cool
So
for sure.
this one is
Not bad.
like family. They're cousins, Naya and Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could wreck
Nice
some
and
shit.
smooth.
They could wreck some shit. Uh this one might be my favorite. Outside of Bianca and Melo. That's my favorite. Julia and Seth.
Reaching down deep for that.
Yeah, I went to NXT for a few of these just because there's too much talent down there than I use somehow.
A lot
Um,
of talent.
I just like Julia and Seth as a duo just because they both are a little flamboyant in what they wear. Her more so with like her ring gear. Him obviously with like his regular everyday wear or whatever. But I think like the mutual respect between them would make them like probably the top team
Right.
between it would probably be between them, Io and Gunther, Jade and Cody, Bianca and but I only got a few more. I'm gonna speed run a few of these just because some of them I was like, I needed to have more people in here, but some of them I'm like, that don't really. Bailey and LA Knight, cool. They're not really doing nothing crazy, but
Right.
it would be interesting to see Bailey in that kind of role where like she's a baby face, but she don't like cater to the fans in
Right.
the way that LA Knight does. Like, but she used to when she was a hugger. So like, she
Right.
might have to like step back into that. Liv and Drew,
Mm.
I think that's an interesting one. I think Liv, with the way she's been the past couple of years, and Drew, the way he is, I think if you can get Drew to like, hey, if y'all win this, whoever, like the team that wins, both get championship shots or something like that. Like
Right.
now, Drew is opening
And
it up.
Drew will be
You
in
see a
there.
little different side of Drew. Drew's gonna care. He's gonna have to care about somebody else besides himself. I would love to see that. Lyra and Shinsuke both have darker personalities, both have darker interests, things like that. If you want to do a little mashup song, mashup entrance, you could because it's
Right.
gonna fit. Not everybody else is gonna fit. Theirs gonna fit. Roxanne and CM Punk. Speak for herself. Roxanne,
Right. They
huge AJ
cool.
Lee fan, huge CM Punk fan. Makes sense. Roxanne's a bigger star than Cora, so I pick Roxanne. Kalani and Trick.
Damn. Kalani. And Trick.
Kalani and Trick.
Trick my
I'm just
dog, man.
hey, Trick with his old dudes
Mm-hmm.
girl. Kalani, she's got to pick a side. Like, all right, what if it's Kalani and Trick versus Bianca and Melo? What happens?
Right.
That's
What
interesting.
does happen?
So, Naomi because she got that glow. She's got personality, very very bright.
Hmm.
Complete opposite at this moment. Obafemi.
That motherfucker, he African as hell. I heard his real voice the other day, and I was like, damn, he fooled me. Like I thought he was real deal African, like no cap. Like
Now when he was on, I think it was Level Up, he didn't have the accent.
yeah,
I said, "Oh, they Kofi Kingston, my dog.
I was like, yeah, I thought he was real deal African. I said,
Kofi Kingston, my dog."
I was bamboozled, couldn't photo. I
The
said, what is
crowd
going
started
on?
laughing when he did the American accent. I was rolling.
That is crazy though.
I said, "I just love it so much." I said, "Nah, that's
Nah,
crazy."
nah.
So we
Pack
not to
that,
go act like you didn't just do that shit easily. Stop it.
pack that up,
You ain't
man.
fooling nobody no more. Um,
Oh, damn, that's a lot of teams. So it's
yep.
like, who would you have win out of them teams that you put together?
Probably that's tough. It's probably between like 4 or 5 teams. Because for the bottom ones, I kind of had because I was like, oh shit, I forgot this person. Like I didn't have Damian Priest, so I gave him low device. They both Hispanic. It makes sense. I didn't have KO, so I was like, fuck it. Kyrie Sane. Kyrie Sane's strong, tough, but she's smaller. Kevin Owens gonna have to, respect it. Um, I was like, Penta just came over, give her Sol Ruka. That's cool. But then like some of these, I'm like, I was like, damn, I ain't got Jay either. It's like 70 Vakir, cool. It don't really fit, but whatever. But
You
some
might
of
as
these
well
I feel
put
like fit really
Jada
well.
Parker together.
You're wild. I knew you was gonna do that shit. That's why I almost didn't put him in the first.
I mean, brother, you handle your business the way you handle your business. That's all I can
She
say.
had a hell of a week, man. She had a hell of a week.
Yeah, and I'm not feeling that either because it's like, bruh, motherfuckers are so weird. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
let
We
me
just gonna
stay.
we just gonna move on from that.
You know what I'm saying? That's their business.
I would say Julian, Seth, Io and Gunther, Bianca and Mello would be my top three, and then probably Jade and Cody just because Jade is OD.
For sure.
That would be my top four probably. Um, a
Okay.
little quick one through the AEW side. Okada in the way he is right now, calling everybody bitch, flicking everybody off, hilarious. And Tony Storm, you don't know which personality you get in there, which makes that even more fun. Kenny Omega and Mercedes Monet, we need that. I need to see them interact at some point. Um, Will Ospreay, Chris Statlander, I think that would be really fun. Mix of power and speed and high flying ability. Hangman and Willow, complete opposites.
Mm,
Willow, happy go lucky. Hangman hates literally everybody. Uh,
still, I
like,
feel like he's
hey,
been like this for so long.
literally, it's like, but hey, if you win this tag team tournament, you get a championship match. All right, now he going. MJF and Mariah fits perfectly. Both people hate both of them. Uh, Swerve and Julia, I think is interesting, just because they got some little darker tendencies, some shit they be doing. It's like, whoa, okay, interesting. Obviously, I did Mox and Miranda Shafir just because they already a tag team. Um, Jay White and Jamie Hayter, I think is good. They're both from you know different countries and stuff. Takeshita and Athena. I don't know how it will work with the language barrier, but I want to see it. I
The
want to see it.
language barrier it will rip a lot of teams. It's gonna rip a lot of teams, bro. That I'm hearing. Like, I mean that. Like on the other side, that made me think Damian Priest and Lola might do something because it's like they can communicate.
They go.
Like,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
they can communicate. So
But yeah,
yeah,
those are just some of them, or those were the
I
ones
like
that I
those. I
put
like
together.
those. I mean, I feel like what would I do for some? Let's say I definitely like the Kenny Omega and Mercedes because that'd
Mercedes,
be
that one.
that'd be fine. That'd just be fine. Let's say I would do like, huh, who would I change a little bit? Maybe I would go like, mm, something. Okay, for example, let's say I guess I would. It's hard with it without doing it with couples because I feel like I would still stick Jimmy with Naomi because of the way like when they did the mix tag
Yeah,
back then, it was so
they were
funny
hilarious.
and they was
Yeah, they were
funny. It was
hilarious.
hilarious watching them on Total Divas, but they funny. So I feel like I will always want to keep them together.
Bro, I saw a
Um,
clip of them open the door and it was raining. They both just looked like we shouldn't even go to work today.
bruh, like they had so many moments on the show where I was weak. Like even whenever like they was in like the gorilla area kinda. And
Mm.
that man Jimmy was like, "Ooh, look at this corner right here. We can get it in real quick right here."
Oh yeah, he
I
was
was like,
wilding,
I said, he one of us. I was like, he's one of us. Cause oh god,
bro. When Liv dropped that big ass thing of liquor or
oh
alcohol,
my god,
and they all was like, or was it Gianna? Like I said, no.
bruh.
I
And the
said,
funny
yeah,
part
she
is, I was
be
like, I didn't
wilding,
watch
bro.
up until that point. I didn't even know Liv was on there. Like,
I didn't know she was on there.
yeah, I saw people was like, yeah, they made 9 seasons, and I was like, damn, I think I stopped watching. Like,
I had to like fall for real.
yeah, like Eva Marie was on the way out on the show.
Oh, I forgot about her being on there. Yeah, she was. Oh yeah, because her man was on there. Always having
Yeah, her
issues.
man was on there, and then I remember Alicia Fox was dating Wade Barrett.
Oh, I do not
Um,
remember that. That's a wow.
for real, you like, bro,
I do not remember that.
that was a
That's
big thing.
crazy.
That was a big thing because they broke up, and then somebody tried to, and I forgot what girl, which one was trying to date. They was dating somebody from the Browns. I think it was Joe Thomas. Somebody was dating Joe Thomas from the Browns, or went on a date with him. I forgot what
Oh,
episode it was. That was early though. That was early. But I used to watch that shit all the time. But that's nice. The mixed match challenge would be nice. Okay, how about give me? I'm trying to think of all the women to pair like with a good guy. Give me Charlotte's the main one, bro. You could pair Charlotte with any guy,
pretty much.
but I would want to see her with Roman, bro. I want to see that dynamic. I want to see who would actually take charge in that dynamic because I feel
Hmm.
like Roman would be like, I don't need to be there until the mixed match actually
That's
starts.
why I didn't put Roman with nobody because I'm like,
Right.
he an asshole. He not even gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Right. He's like, I don't need to be there. And Charlotte be like, you need to be here. Like, what the fuck are you
Like
talking about?
she like, dog. I'm like you. Don't
Yeah,
make it
don't
seem
do
like
this.
I'm just some regular degular. I'm the queen. You gonna treat me the way that I'm supposed to be treated. He could be like,
Ah.
oh, tell her I'll be back.
You can't tell me, bro. Like, bro, the interactions would be so funny because it's like, bro, who's actually gonna run the show? And they would
That's the
actually end up
thing.
being real. They could be real dominant. But if they lose, it's like, I mean, they didn't work
How?
together. Yeah, they didn't work together. Is how they lost, or
Like y'all really just sold that.
like that ass. It's like, bro, y'all sold, bro, like for real. But
Cause
I would like to.
who was Charlotte with in the regular one? Was it AJ? It was Charlotte and AJ Styles on the same team. I don't
They
know
was
if it was
both
the first one or the second one, but they was
they
on the
was
same
both
team,
champions though. I remember AJ being a champion at
which
that
is
time.
nuts. Like that's cheating.
They lost though, for real. Cause Sasha was with
Finn. No, not Finn. Who was Sasha with?
this shit was so long
No,
ago.
Sasha was with Finn.
She was.
Either Sasha or Bailey was with Finn. I don't remember which one. One of them was with Finn.
They need to bring this back.
That's what I'm saying. I try to get them some team. Cause I want some entertainment too. That's why I think like Chelsea and Braun, Bianca and
Yeah.
Melo, like that's entertainment. Like Bianca and Montez, yeah, that's gonna give us entertainment. But we already sit on a TV show. Man, give me Melo, bro.
Right.
Melo gonna be talking shit. She gonna be like, nigga, we still gotta go out there.
Yeah. Talk like
And you know they gonna be like, let them be themselves. Nigga, stop that shit.
yeah.
He like,
Dead
what you
ass.
mean? We good. I got you. Shit, I'll be talking shit about
Yeah.
myself. You don't think I'm gonna talk shit when I got you on my side?
That'd be smooth. I would like the interact. The interaction would be hilarious because like, especially because the way Melo be talking cash, like, and you know he
Some
talking cash
say
to not only men, he gonna talk cash to women too. Like he gonna make Bianca get beat up in there because he talking so much cash.
he
And
like,
she gonna
nah, ain't nobody worried. Did she just pick you up like 3 weeks ago? Don't on your head? Yeah, we're gonna do that again. She
over
like,
with.
nigga, you ain't gotta
Chill,
pick her
like
up.
chill. You doing too much. Hey, you doing too much, bro. Just a little bit. Like you fanned out. Like for real, you fanned out right now.
He like, don't you the EST. I'm gonna let them know.
That's bro. That would be good interactions. I feel like him being with a lot of
Oh
people
man,
would be good,
yeah.
especially like
You can really play with anybody, honestly.
he him. Ain't that what he say?
You can really play with anybody.
You can put
Like
him with
you
anybody.
put him with
That's how I feel about with Chelsea. Like you can put her with anybody to bring out that
yes,
natural interaction. I
yes.
feel like her though. I mean, we kind of seen it before with the gimmicks, but I think that she should go with Gable, bro, because
That would be hilarious.
the American made, and then her being the U.S. champion, like,
But also be a Canadian.
yeah, it would be hilarious, bro. Like,
She's like,
but
well, I'm not American made, but I am the U.S. Women's Champion.
yeah, I
So
am the champion. So in reality, I am American at this time. So it would be smooth, and to see Gable come back out of the, you know, what I'm saying, come back into that role that where he had when he was with Otis and company, like
yeah,
that would be funny as fuck. So I
yeah.
feel like I want to see them, and but Braun Breaker, I want to see him with I think I want to see him with Roxanne, bro, because I feel like you need
And
a
young,
young
young,
duo
yeah,
that's mad serious about it,
yeah,
that's legitimately dangerous. Like you need a
yeah.
dangerous group in there that actually
They would
care.
do work.
Yeah,
They would do work.
they would go crazy, and I feel like that
I
would be
think
one of
Kalani
the
and Trick would be good too.
hell yeah, and they'd be dummy over.
Like he whooping that Trick and then he get the order, she flies. Ah, just like
They would put in work. They would put in work. They would put in work because shoot, Trick got it, bro, and I'm ready to see him on
hey,
February 1st. He got it.
come on, man.
So
I need that. I need to hear that. Woo,
wait till we do this. Wait till we do this
woo,
Rumble review. I'm about to be in here going crazy. Well, look, y'all. I wish I had more mixed tag. I'm gonna think about some mixed tags. Come back to y'all. I gotta look at the roster and pair some folks. These are just off the
mm-hmm,
top of the dome ski. Um,
mm-hmm.
but this was a smooth episode.
I got two quick questions. Two quick questions. Two quick
Oh
questions.
yeah, because we really got 3 minutes. So talk to me.
Yeah. Create a two-man power trip the way that Triple H and Stone Cold did it with two superstars right now. If you could make one today with two people, who would you choose? Because I tried to do this earlier and that shit was hard. I came up with two, but I was like, I
A
could
two
see it, but
man
also I
power
couldn't.
trip. So what are they on? What's the objective? What's
Like
the
they literally like I'm saying like same thing that Stone Cold and Triple H did. Like came in, took every title, like was holding world championship, Intercontinental United States tag team. Like they held everything, took everything over.
My answer ain't good.
I said Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker.
Jacob Fatu definitely has the capability to do that shit. Walk in your trap and take over your trap. It's his whole
Just take
mentality.
everything.
That's his
Just take
whole
everything.
mentality, bro. I feel like though it would only work, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I feel like what we are, bro. It has to be the dream faction that we want, bro. Drew, Seth, KO.
I was thinking the same
It
thing.
has to be them. It has to be like in
When I
some fashion
first
or
thought of
form.
the question, those were the first names that popped in my mind. I was
It
like,
has to be them.
we already talked about them though, so I had to try to come up with something different. But I was like,
But
low key
hypothetically,
Roman Cody.
that's what I'm saying. I was gonna say Roman Seth.
It
I was
had to
saying
be
if
something like that.
I was gonna say for Roman and Seth to like make amends,
Hmm.
or they could not make amends, but they could be competing with each other. Like
Right.
I'll run this whole roster, bro.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
run,
cool too.
and then
Yeah, that's
they
cool
take
too.
over together. It would
Right.
be smooth. And then like behind the scenes, once they got it rebuilt, then we could kind of see them maybe like with a camera or somewhere, them talking about this whole plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Fine, but it has to be guys like
Yeah.
that. It has to be
Like
guys
belt
like
collectors as a
that. Belt
duo though.
collectors. But as far as like the hypothetical, yeah, give me, bro. Fuck it, bro. I want to see Solo do that shit. Fuck it, bro. Solo, bro. I think, bro. No cap, like, bro. I'm not even hating that I'm about to say this. I think Solo has become one of my favorite wrestlers, bro, in just a year, bro. And even like last night, I was glazing. He showed up, came in there, and went crazy and just left. He ain't even said a word. He just bounced. I was like, I said, that's how you recover from a loss, Solo. You ain't gotta say nothing to nobody, bro. You ain't gotta say shit until you ready, gang. I'm glad Triple H ain't have him in the middle of the ring. Yeah, I lost the Ola follow, but y'all still acknowledge me. Nah,
Yeah,
new coat, new aura. Go. I ain't gotta say nothing. Jacob, say something. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So Solo, I would love to see him do it just because of like his interactions in general, bro. Like I feel like out of all the heels, he took it to the next level. So I would like
100%.
Solo to do it. But his partner, just keep Jacob Fatu by his side. Let them run the whole joint.
Not
But
bad with
Braun,
that.
I'm cool on Braun. I'm cool on Braun. He's spearing too many people. I'm good.
All right, and then second question, and then we get about here. What two superstars would you use to recreate the Taker and Maven moment from Royal Rumble 2002? Like it's got like top of the top, and then a rookie. Like nobody thinks they're gonna get him out. They're not paying attention. Boom, do him over, or boom, drop kick them out.
uh,
Get the crowd going crazy. Because I just watched that Royal Rumble back this morning, and I was like, holy shit, the crowd went nuts.
okay, so at this time, Taker larger than life. So it has to be somebody
Yes,
larger than life get eliminated. So I guess Roman, Cody, getting eliminated by. Okay, who?
Javon,
Javon. That's the moment, bro. Yeah,
gotta be.
I was think I was trying to think down the NXT like down the post, but
Hmm.
I don't. My mind kept saying Ethan Page. I kept thinking of Heat, like Heat. Like
He
if he
could
was
definitely get
eliminated
the heat doing
Cody,
that
bro.
shit.
If he was,
Yes.
let's say he eliminated Cody, and just standing in there talking about some. We hate that shit, bro. I'd be like, what's the point? Like how people get. What's the point of that shit? Javon definitely though, because he's young
Because
and
that was
hungry.
early in the Royal Rumble too. That's the thing is like it happened early. Like Undertaker was in there like wreaking havoc. Like Brock Lesnar, like when Brock Lesnar was in there beating everybody up, and then Drew came in, boom, kicked him. It's literally like that. But once Undertaker went out, it was still like 16, 17 people to come back out.
Right.
So it's like when you get this person out, it's not like late in the match. It's early. So it's
Yeah,
like,
Javon would be
whoa.
perfect for that because he's still springy, bouncy, can create good moments outside of just that elimination. Um,
Hmm.
Perfect name. Yeah, I say Javon eliminate one of the top dogs, whoever is the top dog at that time.
I don't think we would ever see it again. But if we did,
That'd be
because
crazy.
I know them people in that crowd was shocked.
I'd be sick. First of all, I just paid all this money to watch a Rumble, and one of the biggest stars just got eliminated by a rook.
And today, you know how mad people would be today? People would be betting on that shit.
That's why I'm like, that's why I think a heel should do it because like, bro, we would hate that shit. Like,
Yes.
we would hate that.
Yes.
Javon, like, it would be cool,
Because
but it
imagine us
wouldn't
sitting
be.
here and Tony D'Angelo,
I ain't gonna lie.
Joe Coffey,
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie though.
those
I ain't gonna lie.
those out Roman, those out Cody.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
What the
You
fuck
see,
just
you
happened?
see how I was on here reacting to him, Tony beating Oba. You already know I'd be sick as fuck. He throw Roman out the top rope. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what? But it has to be somebody
Oh
like
man.
that though. It has to
Yes.
be. Like
Yes.
you have to do something with them. And I feel like
You do.
once again, I know we running on time, but that's what WWE is missing, and we've been talking about this. We're missing
Yeah.
moments because we're holding on to other moments too long.
For too long.
So
It's a fact.
easy breezy, beautiful cover girl episode, smooth, quick, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't know why I thought of cover girl, but I know if y'all watch that Tyra Banks next top bottle, I know y'all remember that. I know y'all remember watching that when y'all was a kid. I was on that. I might watch that when I get off here. But shout out to everybody. Thank you for watching us on
Oh
Saturday.
man.
Enjoy the NFL playoffs today. Everybody wish Tariq luck. He coaching a new team. And as far as me, we gonna keep pushing, man. But good episode, and we'll see y'all next week for sure.
Appreciate y'all. Solo.
He ain't been
I
saying
hate
it.
you.
He ain't been
I
saying
know.
it. He better go
He
on a
hate him
streak.
now.
Yeah, he finna go on a